Good morning, guys. We are going to get started in a second. I hope you all had a good night rest and yesterday was helpful for you guys. If you haven't watched the yesterday session, then it would be great to watch the recording. Today at the end of the session I'm going to make a message on my Telegram. You see the Telegram in the screen, Trade with Boss. I'm going there to put all 4 recordings from the 4 holiday sessions. So if you missed one, or if you missed more than one, if you missed one or more than one, you can very easily fix that. I'm just checking the speed test of the Wi-Fi I have here. Same as yesterday. Yesterday was really good. Today I, for some reason, get a lot of dropped frames. Should be good. Just a little speed test and then we go live. The speed test is telling me that it's all quite okay, so that's good to go. Yes. Alright, so that is all good. We are online with about 200 people. Welcome everyone. Let's see where you guys are calling in from. It is 3 January today, 2020. And I see a lot of good mornings. Someone put test. Are we on now? Good morning. Good morning from London. We did start a little bit late. I'm sorry for that. We were driving from the rural areas of Lithuania to the seaside, to the big city in Klaipėda. And we are here live from the coffee place like yesterday. It's not in Dutch, don't worry. Happy New Year from Canada. Happy New Year to you guys too. Buy me a coffee, boss is in a coffee house, lol, yeah. So all the sessions will be, they are on the recorded sessions below here. Holiday Theory 1 of 4, 2 of 4 and 3 of 4, and this will be 4 of 4, so you guys will be able to see it. It's below in recorded sessions and in favorite sessions. Nigeria is in the house, Atlanta is in the house. Someone says, boss, I missed you. I missed you guys too. We were not active for 8 days. It was a good holiday, a good break. Let me take my trading journal and my trading plan in front of me. That's the most important, and actually I want to make a complete new one. And I'm going to check if I can do that. Yeah, I can make a copy. Because I want to edit some stuff, but not edit my own. So guys, I hope you are ready for the most important, absolutely most important plan that you're ever going to make. Because in 2020, one of the most important things that you're going to need is a trading plan. If you want to keep up with everything, you need the discipline to not only trade every day, but also to fill in that result on your trading plan. Now I am currently loading my trading plan copy, the new one. It's not that fast as that we hoped for, so give me another second, guys. Happy New Year to you guys too. And if you missed yesterday's session, make sure you are watching the recording, because I think that you need two things for 2020. One was the session of yesterday, where we talked about mindset, motivation. Yeah. Okay. Almost ready. All right, there we are. All right, guys. We are officially live. We are ready. I'm sorry I needed to set this up. But I wanted to make a copy of my trading plan so you guys can see everything. So let me share my screen. I can check if I can upload this template for you guys. That is a very good suggestion. Alright, here we go. So guys, I have an Excel sheet here, and it is very, very simple. It is a Google spreadsheet. I might be able to somehow share this with you guys as well, but that you can edit it to your own point. What is the most important for a trading plan is that you have your goals. So my goal here was 40 euro, and I basically just made a plan of 4% a day. Now you can do this manually yourself as well, but what is the most important is that you are going to track your trading plan. So we can go to any calculator that is going to do compound calculation, because what you really want to do is you want to know what your balance is going to be on Friday. This is how I do it. So everybody is doing this in a different way, but what's very important is to know what trading day are you on. So I just numbered trading day 1 to a lot, then the date, Wednesday 1 January, Tuesday 2 January, Friday 3 January, and my current balance is 1125. So I am already a little bit ahead of my schedule. Now for Monday, I need to have a profit goal of 44.99 officially to come at the end balance of 1169.85. Now, because I already am a little bit over, I don't need to make 44.99, but I just need to make 44.85. So I need to make a little bit less, and otherwise my trade plan, my current plan, would be a little bit higher than my original balance. Now, why is this so important? It's because at this moment I am a little bit up, but at the moment that you get behind, you will see that this current plan will be a lot less than the balance that you were actually fighting for. So that is very important. What I also do, just to help myself, is that I have here my lot size. So we can go to 1.12 when we actually get to 1200. So here it's saying it a little bit early, it's probably rounding it up. But basically I can go to 1.12, and the moment that my balance grows, you see my lot size is growing as well. Now then you see here end of January, Friday 31 January, that day I already need to make 94.80, and my trading balance should be 2,463. Now let's fill in here that I just made 2,400. Alright, now it looks here that I need to make a little bit less than 100, but actually I am so much behind plan, I need to make almost double. I need to make 163. If I don't make this 163, I will be behind on my trading plan. This will become harder to reach, and here you see that my new plan is getting behind. So let's check the difference here. Here I should be on 10k, but actually we are on 10k a day later. Now if I scroll all the way down, then here you see that my goal, it becomes green when it's 1 million. My goal is to reach that on 3 September, and here we still reach it on 3 September, but with about $30,000, $25,000 less. So you see how much difference it makes in the start when you are getting behind of schedule. So what I'm going to tell you guys, and I'm going to be very transparent, there's a couple of things for the trading plan for you to make. First thing, your day, and then the date. If you just do the date, January 1 to the end of the year, I would recommend you to delete all the weekends. Then the profit goal should be 2%, not 4%. So I said this already a couple of times, I need to challenge myself. So if I would do 2%, because I did last year 2% as well, I'm not really challenging myself. And I would not really like to be on a €1,000 account, because I have bigger accounts and it doesn't really challenge me. But 4% is really hard, because it's 4% at the end of the trading day. After 5 days it is about 30% compounded, and that is a lot in a week, every week, so every day, every week, and that is something that I would not, it's not a challenge, I challenge myself. So what I would like to do for you guys is to make sure that you're using something that is actually reachable, but still 2% a day net is still pretty serious. If you can do 2% a day net, 10% a week, and you actually reach that over a year, that would be a great track record to show to whoever you want to show it to. And I'm talking about job-wise. So if you would go to a bank, or if you would go to an institution, financial institution, or anyone, and if you would show me 2% a day consistently for a year, I would tell you, come and do that next year in my office. That is serious results, because it shows dedication, it shows motivation, and it shows that you actually tracked it. So it shows your discipline. It's very good. So I would really suggest to do 2% a day. Now then you have your balance here, and I'm going to edit this one for you guys. So we are only going to keep the date. Then you fill in your actual account balance after the end of the day. So I suggest that you can do two things. You can take the end of the day, or you can take the morning. It's just your choice, because there will be open trades, and it always will be a moment. So I like to do it in the morning, but it can be possible that I fill it in the evening, or as I say, like, okay, this is the end of my trading day. It's maybe 10 p.m. I add the number here. And then in the morning I will still look, because in the morning I want to know how much profit do I need to make to become back onto the original plan. That can be a little bit less if you're ahead, or it can be a lot more if you're behind. So the profit to make balance is very simple formula. It's like the balance that you have minus, what you need to make is the balance of the end of the day minus what you have. That is very simple. Then your lot size is very simple also. It is your balance divided by 10,000, and then make sure it ends with two numbers. So you can do that very easily here with extra decimals. This is in Dutch, but to make more decimals or less. So it will round up. If you wanted to round down, you need to use a formula round down, so that it rounds down and it becomes 0.12 at the moment that it's actually 1200 and not a little bit earlier. So that is a formula called round down. I didn't do that here, but it would be good to use. I can check if I can. Yeah, so I used round down my balance divided by 10,000, and then round it down by the last two decimals. So that means that here it was giving you 0.12 before, now it gives you 0.11. So, and I'm just going to copy that to the end of times. Okay, now some people will say, why are you using the end of the year? Because here at the end of the year, this is very interesting about a compound calculator. The end of the year will show me 29 million. Alright, 29 million. And all of this is green. Now, I'm honestly not looking to make more than $1 million from $1,000. The reason is that the moment you have $1 million, you will definitely not use 103.48 lots, 107.62 lots. Yeah, you can. You can say like, okay, I will build this up to 2 million with this risk-reward strategy. But actually, it becomes pretty risky, because as you guys know, we have 5 open trades. Those 5 open trades, they can have drawdown, and they can eat up a big chunk of your profits. Now, let's say you are on $1 million, You do not want one trade to wipe out 200,000 and set you back for like 5 days in one trade. So first of all, when you are reaching your goal, you should celebrate. You should take a moment, you should pause, and you should celebrate. So when I reach that million on 3 September or any day in September, I will be happy. Now, the any day in September comment is a very risky one, because you want to say, okay, I am so happy and grateful that I am going to have or having a $1 million account in my MetaTrader for on 3 September, and you should not bend from that goal. So unless you at some point need to adjust it, but the main goal is to say I do and I have this 1 million on 3 of September. If you say somewhere in September, it will be not 3 of September, because it will be somewhere in September. It will be maybe the end of September, and then when you settle for that, it might become October. So I will show you, let's say we are a little bit later here, and here instead of 14,000 we have just 10,000. Alright, we traded a lot, we did our best, but instead of 14,000 we are on 10,000. Now here the plan calculates further with 4% a day from 10,000. So it's probably you're behind. And I will just show you what 4,000 behind at that period means. It means that you reach your goal a lot later. You reach your goal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 trading days later. So what is very important every Friday is to actually have that balance. If you not have that balance and you have the option to top up your account to the necessary balance, to not be behind and constantly be running behind your trading plan, I would advise you to do that. If you really want to make it, like, it's not bad to reach a million on 16 September instead of on 3 September, right? But the more you come behind, the harder it will be. So here we are talking about your 68th trading day. You did your best, you made it 10 grand, which is great, as an example, but you are 4,000 behind. And you're constantly 4,000 behind. So here you are going to make 10,500. And then it's like, okay, I'm still behind. So you see here, I need to make 5,000 in a day. That is impossible. So you will not make 10,500 to 15,000 in one day. Your goal would be to make 500, so you go 11,000. And then you go 11,622, and you actually reach your day goal, but you're still behind. You're still 5,000 behind. Here you were 4,000 behind, here you are now 5,000 behind. It will be impossible to actually catch up. And the only thing what you can do at moments like that is that, let's say here you do another, you have a good day again, you do 12,000, and here you do 12,750. All right, just as an example, you stay behind. It becomes more and more behind, and it's very hard. Now here the difference is already 5,000. So here you needed to deposit about 4,400. Now here you need to deposit 5,500. So the longer you wait with that Friday deposit, the more it will be, because you will be behind, and it's very hard to catch up on a compounding plan. So when people ask me, is it really possible? It is really possible when you are an account manager of your plan. So that means that if you choose not to trade this day, then that's an expensive day, because you do miss a 600, and that 600 is probably hard to catch up. If you have a day that you don't trade, or even worse, a lost day, you will get behind. And the further you get behind, the harder it will be to catch up. So what's very important is the discipline to trade every day, firstly. Then the second thing is to fill in your plan so you know what you're staying. Then to keep your emotions under control, to know, like, okay, I am behind and I'm staying behind. What am I going to do about it? Because even if you keep up with your, let's say here you are making 600, that is amazing. That is like not 4%, but it's 6%. It's a lot more. You are working a lot harder and still you get further behind, and that's a very negative effect of being behind in your compounding plan. So what I really suggest is to look every Friday to your balance, and this balance on Friday I put in my calendar as a daily calendar job. So you can put on your calendar, you can put like a job for the whole day, so it turns up in the top of your calendar on your laptop, on your phone. And basically I want to constantly, every day of the week, I want to focus on that week goal. And I just want to see 17,515 in that account, and I need to make sure that by trading I reach that. But if I don't reach it by trading, what if I just top up my balance to 17,515.83? The moment I do that, I just need to make 700 next day, which is my 4%. I will be on schedule again, and if I scroll down, I will be back on my million on 3 September and not all the way 15, 16, 17 September. Now, when does this become impossible? Is when your daily balance, what you daily need to make, becomes, let's say, a few grand that you cannot top up anymore. So those days are 10,000, 11,000, 12,000 euro days that you need to trade. And if you don't trade, you will get behind, and it will be very hard to take this kind of balances to top up again. So most important is to start at the start. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put 1,000 balance, and I'm going to put a profit goal of 0.02, which is 20 euros. I'm going to put that balance plus my profit goal, and I'm going to run this till the end. And we are going to see where we'll be ending up with on the end of December. So this is actually the goal that I would suggest you guys having. So here what you see that is a beautiful number is 100,000 on 23 November. So if you start with 1,000 and you do 2% a day, that will end up in 100,000. Now let me just put all of this stuff on 0. Okay, today is Friday, 3 January, and today we should have 1,040 and 40 cents. If you actually started on 1 of January, which was a non-trading day, I know that. You guys hear Jure is on the background. He joined me for the session today with Agne together. He's a little bit unhappy. Huh? Oh, he's happy. He just he shows his happiness by crying, by screaming, not crying. Oh, he's sweet now. Great. Okay, so basically, guys, the goal for today would be making 40 if you are still on 1,000. So do not get behind on your trading plan on the first day. And the second thing, what I wanted to say is that if you have non-working trading days, you actually need to put them in your plan, or you will find them during your plan and you are like, hey, I needed to make 45 euro today, but I can't because it's a closed trading day. So that means you get behind on your plan one day, which is basically okay. But it's better to put them in your plan in the first place so that you don't that it doesn't come up with a surprise. So basically here we see that the end balance of this Friday should be 1,040, and 40 cents. Now I want you to be that precise to have 1040 and 40 cents or more in your trading account at the end of this Friday if you really want to go for it. Not 1039, no, 1040 and 40 cents. Because as crazy as it sounds, if you do 1039 here and you're €1.40 off, I want to show you how much difference does that make at the end. I need to change this to 0.02 as well. That €1 of this Friday is going to make a difference of €236 at the end of the year. That is a very big difference. That €1 now that you are just rounding it off, or that you are like not really being serious about it, is changing your life with €236. That is 23% of your current deposit. That is a serious amount, or 2.3% if you deposit, 23%. So basically it's a very big difference. So it's very important to be very strict about this. And the other thing is also to be understandable that if you can reach 100,000, because what I always do is I give myself some slack here. So this is 234 trading days. Well, we have 262 this year minus bank holidays. So probably we have about 250. And that means that you give yourself about a month of slack, because there will be days that you will trade zero. There will be days that you trade minus. There will also be days that you trade more than 2%. But the average of 2% a day is reachable for all of you. Then you go for 100k, and from 1000 to 100k is absolutely amazing if you can reach that. 100k, if you can just deposit 1,000 now, 100k is life changing. If you say, oh, I can deposit 10k right now, then you probably end up with 1 million, and that million will be life changing. So that is a whole big difference. Now, that is just something that if you are balanced, start with double that, then the difference is not just going to be double. The start balance makes all the difference, because you see here, yes, you can make 200,000 then, but you can actually end up with a lot more than the 170,000. So everything kind of doubles, and it really depends on your starting balance. So when you are starting with 10 grand, for the people who can start with 10 grand or even 5 grand, everybody is different and everybody is living in a different thing. But people that can start with 10,000 can actually end up with 1 million on 23 November or before the end of the year. Now, I really like that my goal is ending kind of in September, because I have from 3 September till end of September to actually say that I made it in September. It's just true. And then October 15 will be my birthday. So before October 15, I definitely want to be reaching my goal. So I actually have 1.5 months till October 15 from my goal to actually reach it, and then we still have till the end of the year. So I'm going to reach it, and that should be your mindset. So we talked a lot about that yesterday, but that definitely should be for you as well. So if you know a little bit about Excel, this kind of plans are really, really simple. Balance profit goal is 0.02, 2% of your balance, and then you add up this number plus this number to get your balance, and you take this little corner and you just drag it down, and it just calculates it for all of it. This is in Google Spreadsheets, but Excel, it's all the same. make sure you have a one row to actually fill it in. This is something that I miss in a lot of trading plans, is people actually going back to their trading plan and every day fill in what they actually did. Now, if you do not like a digital version of this, I agree with you. I do put it digitally because I can play with the numbers sometimes if I like. When I reach my goal, I'm allowed to play with the numbers, not before. But I do print this out, like the date, the profit goal, and the balance. And I print this out, and I have one in the office, one at home, and one in my bag all the time. I always have my trading plan with me because I all the time want to say, hey, it's Tuesday, 7th January. What do I need to have in my account today? 1082.43. When I have 1082.43, I quit for that day. I stop for that day. We do not trade more than 1082.43. And that's why you should be so precise. If you have 83, 10,083, that's great. You are a little bit ahead of your trading plan, but you don't have to push it. Your main goal is staying on track, not to over deliver all the time, which is great if you can. If it really goes easy, great, over deliver on your plan, because it will become harder and later you need it. The problem is with, if you over deliver from the first day, you try to over deliver on day 60 and 80 and 100 as well, and you will not be able to over deliver anymore. So you will feel sad that you are not able to over deliver anymore. So I want you guys to put up your mindset to, I make this balance or a bit more, but I'm making it. I make the balance. I stay on track. I don't do too much ahead, even though it's great. But what I see when people do that is like, okay, on Thursday here they made 1,150. All right, so they don't have to make anything here. Okay, 1,150, they don't trade. 1,150, they don't trade because like, oh, I made my goal already. 1,150, they don't trade. 1,150, and they're like, hey, I'm 20 euros short. Yeah, why? Because you took 4 days off. So if you're really ahead of your trading plan, if you reach it on a Thursday, you don't have to trade on Friday. It's actually safer not to trade on Friday. If you reach your Friday goal, this is the most important goal for me. Friday goals. If I reach my Friday goal, I actually stop trading. If that's on a Wednesday or Thursday or Friday morning, I am really happy and I'm taking it off. So when this would happen, it's some miracle reason that on Tuesday I reach my Friday goal, I indeed would not trade for 3 days. But on Monday you need to trade, and if that Monday you're slacking and you're like, it's just 21 euro, I will make it to 1200 the next day, and okay, I will make it, so then I will do 1220 and I'm back on schedule. If you look into this kind of numbers, yes, you are ahead of schedule. Yes, you are just making 20 euros here. Yes, here you do 250, so here let's say you do 1275 and you are ahead of schedule again, so you take a trade day off. If I put this into a graph, it looks terrible. Let me do that for you guys. So let's say here we go to 1045, still you're trading a little bit normal here. Now let's put this into a graph. Now, this is not really a graph that is overreacting. wanted to change something, but doesn't matter. You guys will get the point. The blue line is your original trading plan. Now your red line, it's not the best to see here, but you probably will get it. I will zoom in and then we will be able to see it kind of in the big size that I wanted to show it. So here we are staying. First day we don't do nothing. Then we reach our goal. Then we do nothing again. Then we over deliver and we take a break. We do nothing, we do nothing, we do nothing. We do nothing, we get behind, we are like, we need to trade. We trade a little bit more, we trade a little bit ahead of schedule, we are up and we do nothing again for a day. That just shows a whole different trader to me than the trader that will show me that blue line. The person who trades every day, the person, of course it will never be a straight line, but the person who trades every day, the person will have ups and downs, but basically no days that nothing happens. Maybe sometimes what I said, if you reach it on a Thursday, don't trade on Friday. But basically, a trader wants to be consistent. And if you get just used to the consistency of 2% a day, and you really focus on that consistency and you really have your trading line look more than the blue line than the red line, then that would give yourself a great situation for the future, because you will be working with your 2%, and if I would give you $1 million, you would still be able to trade 2%. And if you get the next day you get $500,000, you will be again trading with 2%, because it doesn't matter anymore. The balance doesn't matter. You work on the lot size, you work on your 20-30 pips net, and you make it and you close it and you go home. If you would work in a bank, what do you think that the red line would represent? It's a person who's working completely part-time. He's actually better for his job than he should be, but he's all the time getting behind, catching up, doing nothing. What kind of colleague are you if you would work in a bank together? What kind of colleague are you if you are the red line? That is like a person who just here does nothing, and then, I'm getting behind, I will just do a bit and I will just catch up. This is going to fail when you do the big numbers. That is my main point. When you do big numbers, you do not just get behind. You do not just, you can stay ahead all the time a little bit. If you're a person where you are the red line and you want to all the time stay a little bit above the blue line, that is perfect as long as you can keep doing that. So again, guys, one of the most important things, actually track your balance. On a daily basis. Do it at the end of the day, do it in the morning. Check if you do it in the morning, you exactly know, alright, I'm a little bit behind here, I don't need to make 21.22, I need to make 22.21. I know I need to make that euro extra today, I'm going for it and I'm getting back on track. And every Friday, look how much you're actually behind. And if you are, in this case here, if you are like €1.40 behind and you have multiple trading accounts, shift that €1.40 to this balance. Really do it. Make sure that this trading plan of this account stays completely up to date. Be serious about your plan to the comma. Carry your plan with you. Make sure that you are tracking it, help each other. If multiple people, again, it's not a challenge. You only want to challenge yourself. You only want to challenge yourself. There is no challenge between people in trading. There is no speed limit on the road of success. We said that yesterday. There's no speed limit on the road of success. You need to make sure you are at your own speed. If you like 1% a day, if you like 2% a day, if you like 4% a day, that's your trading plan. You print it out, you work on it, you make your goal card. We talked about that yesterday. Goal card, right? I made my goal card yesterday. I am so happy and grateful that on my MetaTrader 4 account I have 1 million on 3 September. That is my goal card. I'm reading that, I'm reaching that, and I'm reaching it because I'm reading it. Alright? So that is very, very important. Be very strict about your trading plan. And then the last part I want to cover is journaling. Now, journaling is very, very simple. I would do it on a separate sheet if you want to do it digitally. I prefer really to do it in a book, and I personally have those little books with me, just little books, and on those little books I actually am able to write. This one is a new book, actually, it's my fourth book. But on those books, I'm actually able to carry with me a lot of notes, and also all my trading. Now, I told you guys I have one book with my trading journal from the start of IM. It is in Vilnius at home, so I will be able to show it to you guys next week. But what I did very simply is I just wrote down harmonic scanner, AUD USD, on the 15-minute time frame, and then I waited for and maybe I wrote down sell, because it's easy, you can do a sell or a buy. And then I got a swipe trade of Euro USD, which was a sell as well on the 1 hour, and I got it from a certain trader, and I write the certain trader. And then I would go to a live session, so I would go to like the TV, and I can even write which TV session, and we were trading CHF JPY for a buy on the 1 hour time frame. And then I went to a Chris Terry session, because Chris Terry still did sessions, and on Christopher Terry's session we were doing a CHF JPY for the sell, but he did that on the 4 hours. So the long-term time frame was maybe a sell, and the short-term was maybe a buy, so maybe both of the traders were right. And then most important is the same here. As you track your balance, you track, okay, this was minus 5 euros, this one was €4.30, this one, can I actually calculate this? No. This one was minus 50 cents. This, sorry, minus €5, plus 4.30. This one was plus €7.60, and Chris Terry here had a little bit bigger lot size. It was minus 13, just as an example. And then I would do the total of 3 January, and I would calculate that total, and I will end up in a minus €6 day. That would be the end of this day. And then I take another page in my book. So I basically have this little book, and I use one page every day. Like, honestly, those books, they are 50 cents. So it doesn't really matter. Like, of course, we need to be environmental, and you don't want to take all empty pages, but you take multiple trades and you write at the bottom what was your total. Now, the second thing what you can do after a week is that you say like, hey, the 15 minutes are all red, or most of my 15 minutes are red. Maybe I'm not really a short-term trader. My 1 hour trades that are actually intraday trades or swing trades, small swing trades, they are all going pretty well. But the 4 hours, maybe this didn't hit stop loss. I just went out at €13 loss because I had stress. Because I saw my balance for this day going to minus 5, minus 6, minus 6.10, and I'm like, I'm out. So maybe this was a great trade, but I went out too early because I didn't want to wait for the stop loss of minus 20 to hit, because it was actually a little bit too much for my account. So by doing this, you can start analyzing what time frame works for you. Some people even prefer buys over sells or sells over buys. What kind of product would really work with you? You can say, hey, Basco, I'm on morning sessions, this is what I made. But if I go to the pivot, to the pivot scanner of Lee Allen, or to the pitchforks with Samantha and Chance, maybe on those sessions I make way more, or I make more in percentage, or I make more in pips, or I make less in pips, but I can make a bigger lot size because they are using very tight stop losses, or whatever your preference is, that is what you need to measure. So if you have a trading journal and you just write down where you found the trade, what pair you trade, if it's a sell or a buy, and what's your time frame. That already helps you to really identify, to say like, hey, where are my wins, where are my losses, and which product would really work with me, which trading style would really work with me, which time frame would really work with me. And I think that that's the most important for every trader to find out. So journaling is absolutely necessary if you don't know that yet. So I know my own strategy. People ask me, are you still journaling? And I would say no. But the moment I try out new stuff, I start to write things down. So the moment I started with the pivot scanner, you guys all know, we did the pivot scanner for a week. I invited 3-4 traders at my home, and they came 12 hours a day from 8 till 8. And we had multiple screens. I think we had my TV, and we had like 4 or 5 laptops, and everybody was trading with the pivot scanner. Strategy 1, strategy 2, opening all the pending orders. We had a separate tablet with the email from the pivot scanner on it, giving us 300 emails a day. Every email we analyzed, we took action, analyzed, took action. And we monitored our trading accounts, and at the end of the week we made about 1,000 pips. So by closing all the trades at the end of the day, so also potential good trades overnight, we closed everything, so we had only trades over that single day, and at the end of the week we ended up with 1,000 pips net, so profits after losses, and it was amazing. And that was just by figuring out, okay, the strategy 1 works the best on the 1 hour time frame for us, because 15 minutes is a lot of work and not really worth the amount of pips. 4 hours daily is for swing trading, and it takes a little bit longer time, and actually it's the same 6% profit, because we adjust our lot size to 0.01 per 100, but only with 3% maximum risk. So if the risk became 40 pips, we needed to go 0.01 per 200. So we kept our risk management on 3%, which means that our profit was 6%, 3 or 6. And that means that we really tracked it down, and we saw like, okay, the 1 hour works the best for us. The morning is the more shaky. London morning is too shaky, too much shifts and too much stuff happening. So the afternoon would be the best to use the pivot scanner on the 1 hour with 3% risk. And that's how you find it out. But you need to journal that. You need to write down morning trades, afternoon trades, evening trades. You need to write down pairs. You need to write down where you found them, how you found them, which time frame you found them. And then you will find out for a tool, a scanner, or whatever. Maybe you do the same week with the pivot scanner and you have different results because you are a different trader. So that is the most important. So you need to journal when you do not find, when you not have found yet your perfect scenario. When you didn't know yet which tool it's great to use, which time frame is great to use, what kind of trading style trader you are. Are you a scalper? Are you intraday trading? Are you swing trading? Or are you position trading? 4 different trading styles. You need to find out what you are. Scalper, intraday, that means close everything by the end of the day. Swing trading, or position trading. Position trading is like 1 to 3 months trades. Scalper 6 to 12 hours or even shorter. Intraday 1 to 2 days. Most people say I open today, I close today, or I open today, I close tomorrow. Swing trading 2 to 6 days. Position trading 1 to 3 months or longer. All of those can be adjusted, but this is the basic idea. What kind of trader are you? And you're probably just one of those 4. or you're somewhere that you say, okay, I'm an intraday trader, but I also like the shorter term scalping, and I can also keep my intraday trade for 6 days. So I'm like in the middle there. But you need to start to find out what you are, and by making a trading journal, you will find that out. So let's check what kind of questions we got. I am going to find a way to share this. Yes. So some people said we've lost you. We were online for an hour and we didn't had any dropped frames anymore, so it was stable. So you might need it to refresh in the middle. Let me see. Wow, I got a lot of messages here. All right. So to repeat, how can I access the 3 sessions? They are here behind, guys. Holiday Theory 1 of 4, 2 of 4, 3 of 4 under recorded sessions, and also under favorite sessions. Canada, France, UK, Trinidad, Germany, Czech Republic, all in the house. Some people said we lost us there, but we are back, so that's good. So where can you upload the trading plan? I think you mean download. Guys, this is really simple to make, but I will find a way to give you guys this template that you can use it yourself. But most important are just the first 3 columns: the day, your profit goal, and your balance. And that is just zero, like the balance from yesterday times 0.02, and then adding those two to each other. That is all you need. And then track it. So if you only have those 3 columns, you just take a pen and a paper, you print this out, you take a pen and you just circle around it. When you make it, you cross it. Whatever you do, you need to find your own way. I've saw trading plans. This is a very simple trading plan where I'm also tracking my result and tracking if my current plan is still close to my account balance. But basically anything by just tracking really works. So you need to know the 2% a day, or 1% a day, or 1.5% a day, or 3% a day, and that's it. Is this working for anyone? This is working for anyone, everyone. Not anyone, everyone. Everything you track is actually something that you do. I am checking balance, not equity, because equity is really something that is volatile. What I do like is to close all trades on Friday. So when I close all trades on Friday, I know that I'm actually having that balance and equity. But if there's something that I open on Friday that takes till Monday, I'm just tracking my balance. Can you do 2% a day by only following the morning sessions? That is my plan, but potentially a little bit less, because the 2% is net. So you may have a little bit more on some days. Some days you might have a little bit less. Some days might use a stop loss and hit some. So I do go to send out quite a lot of swing trades as well, and I'm talking to Lee also of giving those pivot trades on as a master educator again on the pivot scanner. So we are working that. Buzz has started trading challenge before 6th of January. Yeah, guys, that is the only difference, is $60 here. So sorry, $40. So if you want to just start on Monday, don't start with 1,000, start with 1,040 if you want to make this. If you can start on Monday with 1,000, you will just be 3 days later getting your 100K. So instead of 24, you will be on 27, 26 even. So that's fine. that is completely fine. Like your start balance is just a difference. And again, it's no challenge. I challenged myself. When you talk of balance, are we looking equity of balance? Balance at the time, at the end of the day, do you have trades still open? I try to not to, but yeah, mostly there is something open. Can you show how you alter the spreadsheet? So basically, if you would like to take a week off, then you just say like, okay, I'm trading nothing. Oh, sorry, this is still Friday. But Monday I'm not trading anything. So if you do like this, you have no profit goal. Your balance stays the same for a week, and then you continue. And then you just see that you reach your goal a few days later. So I think we were on 24 November and now we will be on 13 November. So I think it's very important to take national holidays in your trading plan and to mark them as like non-trading days. I think that is very important to actually have the end goal. So my 3 September should actually not be 3 September, but probably something like 5-6 September, including national trading holidays. Can I always add a portion of your paychecks? Yes, if you need to, you need to. If you go ahead of schedule, why would you stop? It's because you don't want to be by default ahead of schedule. So when I showed it with the lines, you can by default being a little bit ahead of schedule. That's fine, that will feel good. But you don't want to be too much in front of schedule, because you say, okay, I'm a week in front of schedule, I'm a week in front of schedule. Ooh, I'm just 4 days ahead of schedule. I'm 2 days ahead of schedule. I'm behind schedule. What does that do with your emotions? So you do want to keep your emotions straight. By trading straight, your emotions will be straight. What is the difference between your balance and account balance? I do not understand that. Oh, here. So balance is the goal balance, and account balance is what I actually made at the end of the day. So I'm filling it. This is the goal balance and this is the account balance that I'm actually making. So I'm filling in what I'm making there. Position trader on gold, 800 pips running from 11 November. That's great. So if that's your trading style, you definitely need to use a week plan. So Noah, if you are a real position trader, you don't want to track your results on a daily basis. If you are a good swing trader, you're probably also only focusing on the Friday goal. So that's a whole different way of trading. So good swing traders focus on having a Friday goal and then focus on having the month goal. Yeah, you should use a stop loss compounding if you want to not lose all your balance in a couple of trades. So you definitely need to use, let's say, 200 pip stop loss or way less, depending on your strategy. But that's a whole different subject. You should use the highest leverage possible, where I think 1 to 500 is the highest normal leverage that a broker would give you. If it's way more, you probably have a shady broker. And 1 to 500 is great because it's about you keeping your lot size in balance, so 0.01 per 100 or less. I cannot recommend a broker, but when you have 200k in your account, what broker would you trust? I would trust the broker that you are with right now. If that is a broker that basically I would say a different. I would trust a broker that has 24/7 support and is regulated, or is deregulated, but tells everybody he's deregulated and why it's deregulated. I think that's the most important. If you get to a bigger account, you also get brokers that are more for professionals. So someone here else again, please talk about brokers for huge amounts. So take a big broker. So let's say IC Markets, biggest broker in volume. I am trading with them with big accounts. I know a lot of other people have big accounts with them, and they are a big broker. So that doesn't give you any direct safety, but it is pretty serious. For your 4% challenge, will you be taking same trades on your sessions only? Look for other trades. I will look for trades all day. 4% net, guys, is really, really serious, and I will try to share as much as I can, but I will be trading all freaking day for the whole year, because 4% a day net is absolutely insane. Like, try to do 4% a day for a year. It's not just one day, it's every day. That is a very, very different thing. It would take me forever to figure out spreadsheet formula. I will give you guys our template, but you need to understand that balance times 0.02 and then adding those two numbers to each other is not really a lot of formula stuff. So make sure it's simple, make sure you can use it yourself, make sure you can alter it yourself, because nothing is worse than a screwed up trading plan because you didn't understand your trading plan. Alright? Take it easy. What I also really like to do is to just go to compounddaily.com or any other compound calculator, just fill it in and print it out. So what is that compound here? This one, crypto growth calculator. You want to have a quick trading plan today? This is the way to get a quick trading plan today. This is what I really advise everybody to do. You just go to here, you say, okay, this is to make a trading plan, especially if you watch the recording. You can make a trading plan every day, alright? 1,000 daily interest rate, 2%, 250 trading days, 100% reinvestment, not include the weekends. Calculate now. Just print this page, because it will on the top have your end goal, and it will tell you every day what to do. Earnings, no cash out, because we don't take money out, and this is your needs to be your trading balance. And here it will not include weekends. So this is just giving you exactly the same. $100,000 on 25 November. It's exactly the same. It gives you your daily target. It gives you the date, your daily target, and your end of your trading day money. This is exactly what you need. This is all you need. So just go to a page like this, fill in purchase amount, 2%, 250 days, 100% reinvest, no weekends, and boom, there you go. That is all you need. Print it out and write behind it what was your actual amount. Do the same as we do digitally. Write the exact amount that you made and cross it off, or circle it. Circle every Friday and cross it off. Like, that's very, very important. I share every trade I take if I can at that moment. So I will do as much as I can, guys, to get you. But basically, I don't have to. My goal is to trade every morning with you guys, and my goal is to let you guys make 2% with that every morning, so you can go to this insane 6-figure number in 1 year. That is my goal, and you have to do nothing else than showing up. Now, on top of that, I will share swing trades with the pivot scanner, so you can try to make more than only the morning sessions, and that's it. Alright, this is the compound daily interest indicator, and it's like a calculator, and it's here in the chat. So guys, that was it for today. I hope you are all ready for 2020, and I hope you are all not just listening to the theory, but you're actually doing this. So very, very important is to actually go to the compound daily, calculate it yourself, print it out, make a trading plan, print it out, carry it with you, put it in your bag, put it at home, put it in your office, wherever you trade. Make sure you always have your trading plan with you, and make sure you follow it every day to the comma, to the exact numbers. And let's make 2020 a great year. And I see that we had over 200 live viewers. Probably about 500 people watch this session, then about a few hundred will watch the recording. What I want to say to all of you is that you can go to a six-figure number in a year if you just put your mind to it. So put your mind to it, write the goal card, watch yesterday's session 3 about the mindset and motivation, make your trading plan of today, and that's it guys. That's it. I do not save screenshot of every trade, Jos. That is a lot of work if you trade 4 or 5 trades, but it's part of your trading journal. So if you want to have a trading journal, you do that. My time of the morning trades is 6:30 UK time, 6:30 London time AM in the morning. So that is what we are doing. All right guys, thank you so much for jumping on today. I wish you guys a lovely weekend, and Monday we are ready to start. I will be calling in from Dubai, and I hope that to see all of you, plus your teams, plus your friends, plus your family. Make sure this weekend everybody gets ready. Everybody has a trading account to trade with, demo if they are completely new, a real account if they are ready to start, and make sure that we are all in the session on Monday. And let's make it an awesome year. Thank you guys, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.